Hey guys, how's it going? Isaac from Team Doglong here. This is our first of hopefully many deck profile interviews with players who have done well at regionals or higher tiered events. Today we have Callum Scott, who recently won at regionals playing Paleozoic. He's going to go over his deck board and explain card choices and his recent matchups at the event.
Hey, recently at the Geelong Regional, I placed first. It was a 58 player event, quite small, but for Australia it's pretty decent size.
Yeah, a decent size.
I chose to play Paleozoic as sort of a last choice thing to before the tournament, and some of my card choices were just last minute.
Yeah, I believe you normally played Minerva and you decided to opt against it, right? Just for
it was a last minute choice to lend a friend of mine the Lightmore Minerva deck and play Paleozoic instead. Something I've always wanted to play, but so my matchups for the tournament, first two rounds I played two heroes. The first hero player made a slight misplay summoning using Bottomless on my Toad and then trying to summon a Dark Claw into the set Bottomless. And then the second round I drew Regeki both games, which really helped. Round 3 I versed ABC, who won the dice roll but didn't open Buster, and that was significantly easier to play through. And then game 2, I just managed to outgrind him, and if he had have kept his Union Scramble as his trump card, I feel like I probably would have lost game 2, but he tried to use it in a suboptimal spot, and it didn't work for him. Round 4, I versed Metal Foes. In game 3, I opened Swap Frog full back row, and I flipped the anti-spell in the draw phase. He's a friend of mine, and he'd never really versed the deck, and he drew Denko Sekka, and he just went summon Denko Sekka. But he had the MST for the anti-spell. I think he just tunnel visioned the Denko Sekka so hard, and because I'd already drawn Swap Frog on my first turn, I was able to clear the Denko and then have anti-spell with a Toad.
Yeah, but by that means it should become like a Toad or like an Overbeanie or Session Out or something.
Yeah, and round 5 I versed Burning Abyss with main deck Vanities and Majesty's Fiend.
Okay,
except game 1, he made a Dante and a Beatrice and had a Blast Burning Abyss 10 normal summoned, and he had 2 cards in hand, and he tribute summoned from Majesty's Fiend, and personally I think he just messed up and he was supposed to tribute summon the Vanity's Fiend, because he had the Vanity's Fiend next turn, but he forgot, and he just tried to use like Dante and Beatrice under his Majesty's Fiend, and I think he just didn't know that he tribute summoned the wrong one.
Yeah.
He seemed a bit flustered, and I took advantage of that very easily with Dynamiscus. And round 6, I versed fellow Team Doglong member on a Geezer.
Yep,
he was
and you have a bit of a long-standing history with Honor, I believe, right?
Yeah. So in the LL Stage 2 late last year, I played him in the finals and lost a best of 3 for Minerva. And at YCS in round 10 on the feature match, I also lost to him to pretty much top 32 the YCS.
Yeah, on the bubble, which is very unlucky.
Yeah, so it was quite a for me it was good to finally beat someone who's actually a very good player in my eyes. Game 1 he opened very strong, won the dice roll, opened Demise, Upstart Goblin, Potted Duality, and Potted Desires, and I opened 3 Canadian. That was really, really bad for me.
Yeah.
Game 2 was a very grindy match. He used 3 cherries on my Toad, my Animalicaris, and my Cat Shark, but he never got to summon a Totally Awesome because he never got his Frog Engine going, and my combination of having Cosmic Cyclone at the right time and a bigger and a more Paleozoic engine going faster was able to win me a grind game. And in game 3, and game 2 I made him go first after losing game 1, and he didn't expect that, and he didn't open that well. In game 3, he decided to go first, but he sided out his his winter cherries, in opt for the demise, and when didn't open very strong, and I drew all three, I think no two swap frogs consecutively, where any other card would have probably put me significantly far behind. So I got a bit lucky in drawing multiple swap frogs at the right time, and having the max C for when usually in the mirror match he would just use all his traps to my traps, but I had the max C to force the advantage. Yeah. So with the deck card choices like Two Desires, I wanted to go with Two Desires based on the fact that in testing when I was playing, if I drawing 2 ever, it's like Metal Foes. I never want to resolve 2 with the 2 Rodent Totems and the Frog Engine.
Yeah.
That's a very last minute thing, and in testing having 3, it did happen quite a bit, and I never wanted to. The Storming was a kind of a card choice to be if they see Storming game 1, they literally cannot just barrel their entire board into my back row, and I can bluff having a Mirror Force in one of my cards, and that they have to play around. They can't just push their entire board into me. So it would create slower game states, I feel, if I ever got to see the Storming.
Yeah, and I believe Honor also played this card, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's better than Drowning in the fact that in situations you need to protect your Paleozoic traps. You can't just let them die.
Quite good as well.
If anything I would cut, it would be the Pakaia, the draw 2, because I just think that card's absolutely terrible. I sided it out every game 2 and game 3, never used it game 1. I just don't like the card at all.
And what about the return, the one that puts one back from your bench pile? Did you like that one?
That was that's almost like a card that I want to play at 2 almost, because the combination of doing stuff with getting the Rodent Totem off the pot. If you banish both Rodent Totems off of Desires, but you still got a Lean Collier, you still got your Frog Engine going. But if you banish both Rodent Totems and Lean Collier, you're kind of really far behind. And I think the card's really good, especially with the Rodent Totem and the swap and being able to do really cool extending plays with the Opabenia. So that might be a card I might add to 2, but it's at the moment I'm comfortable with 1. So if I would change anything, it'd be just cut the D draw.
Yeah,
1.
And then 3 Morello is pretty interesting. I know a lot of players only play 2 of this card, just for Morello. Is that why you played the Breakthrough School as well, to just have another option for the Morello?
Yeah, that was the main reason. As in, I was scared of stuff actually main deck Vanity Fiends and random lock off cards. So I just wanted to have didn't want to lose game 1 to random sacky shit.
Yeah, because Dark Lord is still a deck, and it may not be that popular, but it does still come up. So yeah.
And I knew a few guys in the local area that had that deck, and other attendees. But I really like 3 Morello because it gets you going really fast with your Paleozoic.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of substitutes the fact that you don't draw your frogs. It can it just gets you there basically.
Yeah.
It's a free trap you can activate, and then.
Go on.
3D barrier. Did that work out for you?
Yeah, I really like 3-dimensional barrier. I think it's going to be staple moving forward in the format, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
And one other thing is when siding out, the Reckless Greeds were my common side out card. I found if I was going second or wanted put multiple cards in, Reckless Greeds would be the card that would be coming out a lot, and maybe especially against the BA player. That was the only situation I didn't side them out. I sided out the 3 DBIs and the 3 strikes, so I feel I just don't do anything against Burning Abyss as much. Because he wasn't playing the PK engine.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting. He wasn't playing the PK engine.
Yeah, he was choosing to main deck 3 Vanities and 3 Majesty's Fiend in place of the PK.
So that's really interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah. With the extra deck, I didn't have access to Ghost Cherries, and I think playing Ghost Cherries in the side deck is what Paleozoic should do, and if I had access to them I would have played them, because as you can see I've got plenty of room. It's just I filled out anything I could possibly summon, but I would be definitely playing Cherries, and I would be playing 4 targets in my mind, Toad, Buster, and moving forward Zodiac and either Dark Law or Genghis. So I think that's probably what should be standard. and the side deck was just something I threw together last minute. But Chaos Trap Hole came up huge for me.
Yep. And that was meant to be a Denko mission.
Yeah, Denko, but it came up huge for the ABC mirror match where I was able to.
Oh right, you can hit the bus. That's right. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so, like that. I actually used it on his piece,
So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't.
Thrasher in the piece, and I was like, I just Chaos Trap Hold the piece, and he didn't. He picked up another guy. He was like, oh, okay, lost his piece, and then it kind of helped me game 2 establish a thing. And also the 3 Cosmic Cyclones were pretty much MVP. I sided him a lot, and against the Metal Foes and the Paleozoic and against the Hero matchup, they really put in a lot of work.
Why the Hero matchup, curiously?
Because I was actually like really worried about because some of the people that were playing the regionals, they were playing like Royal Decree in their side deck. Like, I knew this for a fact, so I was like the guy over versus round 2 I knew was playing Royal Decree in his side deck, and that's why the cycling came up really big for me.
Okay.
And also with the Vanities, that was just a last minute choice, and I just asked all my opponents, hey, would you like to side out Vanities? And 3 times they did, so it kind of worked. I didn't ever want to play the card, and I never wanted to play into the card. I just don't like the card at all. It's like Kieran, I just think Vanities and Kieran are just...
Yeah, very, very unfair cards in this format, and hopefully Konami will do something about that pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then anti-spell back that field, right?
Yeah, I only played the Metal Foe matchup. I think like this card, side out the Recklesses, put in the anti-spells. If you open Hopeless anti-spell, you've got the game.
Yeah, and you didn't play any mirror matches to resolve Encore, right? I'm assuming?
The last round I versed Honor.
Oh, yeah, okay, my bad, yeah. Does that come out?
I didn't draw the Encore in any of the 2-sided games, but DD Crow was MVP against him in the 3rd game, which I drew off the Maxi, which hit his Rodent Totem when he went to banish, and that was the huge interruption that I needed to win that game. And I think, if anything, I would play more DD Crow. I think the card's really good moving forward.
Me and a couple of teammates also believe DD Crow is probably one of the best hand traps in the game for YCS format, which is this current format, but except for DDD. And it's only gotten better with DDD release, as it hits a lot of the cards in that deck as well.
Yeah. Also, it can like interrupt like this deck, and it also can do some stuff against like the upcoming Zodiac deck with their Trapard and Molmarat and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then this card also it has like multiple uses against the mirror match, right? As it can like either cut off traps or hit the Ronin Totem from the bin, right?
Yeah, personally, I want to say like if I can hit the traps, I can hit the traps. But if I'm not going to lose, I'd rather try and save it with the Rodent Totem, because being able to, as I said before, if you've lost your Rodent Totems, that's a huge part of the engine that you're playing with, and you've really got to rely on your traps to get you there. So
yeah, and this team mode was just for like DDD and like big turn 1 board decks trying to be shipping like Yings.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend about it. Paleozoic, it's also an alternate win condition. Like if they can't out it, you can just like say, I've got more cards than you. I should be able to win through deck out. And something like, I think once at YCS I did that. I summoned it, and I was like, I asked him, "Did you have an out?" And he responded, "No." I'm like, "Well, I've got more cards in my deck than you. Would you like to go to game 3?" And he just sat there for about a minute, and then he's like, "Yeah, I don't have an out. Yep. All right, let's go game 3." So
okay.
I'm guessing.
Wait, what was your opponent playing?
He was playing Yangzing Metal Foes.
Oh, okay. He could have summoned Ignis, I believe, unless he wasn't playing Ignis.
He was playing
Okay, I think Ignis is a pretty good card in that deck, but okay,
yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. Is there anything you'd like to add? Any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Shout out to my friend Cameron, who lent me a majority of the deck, and also to Daniel and Jack. Also, just a quick last thing. I don't think this deck's completely dead moving forward. I think it's still got room in the meta, but with Zodiacs in the next format, I think they'll be predominantly the best deck, with Eidolons and Wind Witches coming up. But I definitely think, like, with the power, like them being the best deck, people opt to like put Paleozoic Toads for the first bit, like lower on the list, so they could be able to sneak in and find some wins at some premier events, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it'll be able to sneak wins in every now and then. Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to do the deck profile.
That's all right. Thank you for coming on and doing the deck profile. This is our first video, and remember to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, please let us know in the comments, and I'll try my best to change that in the future. And thank you for watching.